terminating decimal and non-terminating decimal. So let us take an example. Suppose we want to represent 1/2 in decimal form. Then what we will do? Definitely we will divide 1 with 2. So 2 5s are 10 and remainder is 0. So 1/2 in decimal form can be represented as 0.5. So here, as we know the decimal numbers are fixed, means here only one decimal digit is there. So we can say it as a terminating decimal. Means our decimal numbers terminate after certain digits. Okay. Let us take another example. 1 divided by 4. Okay. So we will divide again 1 with 4, and it is not possible, so we put a 0 here and decimal sign here. Then 4 2s are 8, remainder 2. Then 4 5s are 20, remainder 0. So the answer is 0.25. Here we got 2 digits after decimal number, but still it is terminating, because we know that in this result we got only 2 digits after decimal number. But now let us take another example. 1/3. So definitely it will be 0 point, because 1 cannot be divisible by 3. So we put a 0 here and decimal sign here. Then 3 3s are 9, remainder 1. 3 3s are 9, remainder 1. Again 3 3s are 9, remainder 1. Okay. If you continue doing this, then it can be done up to infinite number of times, because always the remainder will be 1, we will put a 0, then 3 3s are 9. Again remainder 1, we will put a 0, then 3 3s are 9. Okay. So it is a non-terminating decimal, but here the 3 is repeating. Okay. So we know that it is a non-terminating, but only 3 will be all the digits after decimal place. Okay, it is guaranteed. Clear? So one type of decimal is terminating decimal, where we know the number of digits and its value. Okay, in our first case it is only 1 digit and the value is 5. In second case only 2 digits and the value are 2 and 5. And in third case 1/3. Here we don't know the number of digits. Okay. But we know its value, that is 3. Right? There may be infinite number of digits after decimal place, but they all are only 3. Okay? So we can write it as 0.3 bar. Means this 3 is repeating here. Okay? This is called non-terminating recurring decimal. Clear? Then we will take another example. Suppose our example, let it be upon 30. Okay. So we will divide 11 with 30. Again it is not possible, so we will put a 0 here and a decimal sign here. Then 33s are 90, 34s are 120. So we will use here 3. 33s are 90, remainder 20, put a 0. Then 36 are 180, remainder 20, put a 0. 36 are 180, remainder 20, put a 0. Okay, now we know that this will continue. Okay, unlimited times. If you try to do this one, then up to your old age or up to death you can do this one. Okay, it will always be 6. So what is the difference in both these cases? This one 1/3 and 11/30. Here after decimal place all the digits are 3. But in this case, our first digit is 3 and rest all the digits are 6. Okay, so definitely it is non-terminating, but it is recurring and the recurring number is 6. We know that this 6 will continue unlimited number of times. 3 is fixed and then other numbers are recurring. Okay, so this is also an example of, okay, one second, what we got? 0.366666 like this. So we can write it as 0.36 bar. Okay, only 6 bar, not 3. 3 is fixed, only 1 3. Okay, then 6 is repeating. So it is also non-terminating recurring decimal. Okay. Now, this 3 here is called the period or the repeating digit. Okay, so here it is the period and here only this 6 is the period. Okay, or you can say the repeating digit, the value of the repeating digit. Now, after dividing, we find the result that a number is either terminating or non-terminating recurring. But without doing actual division, how to find out that a number is terminating or non-terminating? Okay, there is a trick for that. So, what is the trick? If the denominator of any number can be presented in the form of 2 to the power m multiplied by 5 to the power n, then the number is terminating decimal. Okay, so let us take an example. 1 by 2. We already checked here that it is a terminating decimal, but this one we did by dividing. Okay, but now we will do it without dividing. So here our definition says that number should be, we can present that number in the form of 2 to the power any number multiplied by 5 to the power any number. So here we present it as 2 to the power 1 definitely, but where is 5? Okay, so as we can write it 2 to the power 1 multiplied by 1, and we know that any number to the power 0 is 1. So we can write it as 2 to the power 1 multiplied by 5 to the power 0. So as it can be presented as, its denominator can be presented as 2 to the power any number multiplied by 5 to the power any number. So it is a terminating decimal. Okay. Then 1 by 4. Similarly, we can present it as 2 to the power 2 multiplied by 5 to the power 0. So it is also a terminating decimal. Okay. Then 1 by 3. So it is 1 by 3 to the power 1. Now you can say, sir, we can write it as 2 to the power 0, 5 to the power 0 also. Okay. Yes, we can write. Okay, that is not wrong. But here 3 is also a factor of the denominator. Okay. But as per our definition, the factors of denominator should only be 2 and 5. Okay. It cannot be any number except 2 and 5. Understood? Here 2 to the power m multiply 5 to the power n means what? when we are finding the prime factors of the denominator, we will get only 2's and 5's. Okay, there may be 1, 2, there may not be any 2. Okay, but there should not be any other number as a factor. Okay, but here we are getting 3 as a factor, so it is a non-terminating recurring decimal. Okay, so it is non-terminating. Okay, then next one, 11 by 30 equal 11 divided by 3 to the power 1 multiply by 2 to the power 1 multiply by 5 to the power 1. Here 2 and 5 both are there, but 3 is also there, and we know that the factors should only be 2 and 5. Okay, there should not be any other factor, but here we are getting 3 as a factor, so it is a non-terminating decimal. Okay, now let us find out 7 by 16 is a terminating decimal or not. So 7 divided by 16. Okay, we have to find out only the factors of the denominator. Okay, we don't have any relation with the numerator. Whatever may be the numerator, only we deal with the factors of the denominator. So here 16 means 2 to the power 4 multiply by 5 to the power 0. We know any number to the power 0 is 1. So as the denominator of this number can be presented in the form of 2 to the power m multiplied by 5 to the power n, so this number is a terminating decimal. Okay, or in simple words, the factors of the denominator should only be either 2 or 5. Okay, now this number 125, so we know 5 is 25, 5 is 125, so it is 5 to the power 3 multiplied by 2 to the power 0, so it is also a terminating decimal. Then 14 means 2 to the power 1 multiplied by 7 to the power 1, so it is a non-terminating decimal. Then 45, 3 to the power 2 multiplied by 5 to the power 1. So here as 3 is there as a factor, so it is a non-terminating decimal. Then 50, so 50 means 2 multiplied by 25, so it is 2 multiplied by 5 to the power 2, 2 to the power 1 multiplied by 5 to the power 2. So definitely as the factors are only 2 and 5, so it is a terminating decimal. The next one, 17 divided by 40. 40 means it is 2 multiplied by 2, 2 to the 4, 2 to the 8, 5 to the 40. So 2 to the power 3 multiplied by 5 to the power 1. Again the denominators are either 2 or 5. Okay, nothing else. So definitely it is a terminating decimal. The next one, 75. So 5 is 25, 3 is 75, right? So again it is 5 to the power 2 multiplied by 3. So we have 3 as a factor of denominator, so this number is non-terminating decimal. The next one, 250. So 25 multiplied by 10, and 10 means again 5 multiplied by 2. So it is 5 to the power 3 multiplied by 2. Okay, as only 2 and 5 are the factors of the denominator, so it is a terminating decimal. Okay, so just remember, whenever we are getting only 2 or 5 or both as factors of denominator, that number is definitely a terminating decimal. If we are getting any other factor, then any factor other than 2 or 5, then that is not a terminating decimal, means non-terminating decimal. Okay.